So we're gonna kind of pick up on the road towards the Westburg Guard outpost. So you're traveling alongside like a group of maybe like 30 or so guards, along with Captain Helgatha. She's the woman you met earlier and told you about the different hillfolk tribes and how they're nomadic. And basically, if there are any questions you would like to ask Helgatha before you reach the garrison, now would be a opportune moment. Of course,
Yeah, Stan was hoping to clarify what the expectation is for how we treat the different people we meet here. Like, are we on our best behavior, tippy toes? I assume to not make things worse.
absolutely. We should be looking to mend any harms we may have done to each other with the shift happening. But as far as it's necessary, you can consider yourselves as emissaries um, to these tribes. We haven't had communication with them for some time.
And you said that they wouldn't take kindly to envoys of Grey. Are we to avoid mentioning Grey as much as possible?
I would. The Hillfolk people believe in the separation of nature and society. That's why they live nomadically. They don't like to put their roots down anywhere. Um, and they may see it as a threat to their lands if people come. Speaking of Grey, travelers are more welcome than diplomats.
And are you aware of any customs that we should avoid if we do not want to insult them?
They typically are not huge fans of magic, so if you can avoid casting in front of them, you'll be sure to gain their favor. Now, Murray,
Shouldn't be an issue for me.
your druidic
Yeah.
magic, they respect this old style nature magic. So I don't believe they would have an issue with your particular set of skills.
All right. Would they like some chewing bark, do you think?
The Elk clan is known for their attuning with nature. They may be interested in it.
Yeah, I've brought some extra.
Excellent. So, at this point, you guys reach the outpost, and Helgatha kind of lets you rest there for the night, and you're going to set off into Nemedia. So you kind of have three options to go in different directions. So, how I want to start this off is everyone just roll me a 20.
Okay. 6.
Alright. Artists, you're going to have the first roll of the night. Can you just give me a D6 roll?
Yeah.
Cool. And Elin, can you give me a D6 roll? Cool. Alright. So you guys rest for the night, and you have the choice of going east or south in either direction into Nemedia. What Helgatha will tell you is that for the most part the south is less inhabited because it's close to the Deadlands, but to the east is where you're more likely to encounter the tribes people either living temporarily or traveling.
With that, given our role, I would suggest east then.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
You guys head along the eastern road the next morning as you are heading down this roadway that leads, and it kind of breaks up the further away from Grey you become. You hear a sound, and It sounds like some sort of scuffle is taking place. You can't really make out what it is, but it's to this direction in the south.
So during our travel to get to this point, I hope the four of us got to know each other a little better. Who in the group would be considered the face or the diplomatic one?
Oh, not me. But I would like to try to learn to talk to people. I'm not very good at it.
I am only as charismatic as any other elf, as a bare minimum.
Dan chuckles as a dwarf.
So interesting. So, just to clarify, and sorry to kind of speak out of game, but for diplomacy, is that a wisdom? What would that be?
Normally it'll be a charisma check to convince or persuade.
Oh, charisma. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, then I would be, as any elf, I have a +1. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. We're all in a similar boat.
So you
Oh
guys.
no, not completely. Murray wants to do it at least. So that's good. That's something.
What?
Yeah, I have 0
Well,
charisma.
Want but not skill.
well, given that we're hearing a scuffle, regardless of how charming we are, maybe we should go and see what it is.
Yeah.
Artist, you give the first move here.
Then I would just move. Is this the? I'd just move straight towards the sound, I suppose.
Okay. So you want to move near so you can make an action, or do you want to dash?
I will dash.
Okay. So you run up through the trees, and very quickly you come across a group of people that seem to be surrounding a dead elk. They are clothed in green, and the elk is like twitching on the ground. It's dying. It's in its death throes, essentially.
Then I suppose all I would do is show 2 empty hands and just shout, "Hail!"
They look up from the carcass that they have surrounded and see you approaching. As they turn, each of them carries a staff of varying size. They're adorned with feathers and antlers. The one who looks to be the eldest turns towards you and goes, "We protect this animal on its journey into the next life. Who are you to walk in our woods, elf?"
Merely a traveller exploring the world and hoping to help those where I can.
Traveler, eh? Well, times be strange here in the wood. What do you be seeking here?
Only a chance to make a friend if I can. Maybe make a difference if I'm lucky.
Friendship. Strange for one to speak of that while carrying that weapon.
Ah, well, just as the elk has its horns, sometimes an elf needs something pointy as well.
That's agreeable. Let's move to Elin now.
Okay. So I see. I obviously I heard the noise as well, and I saw Artis dash, and so yeah, I do the same to join in. and I see his posture as I approach, and so I match. So, Warhammer is away, hands open, approaching,
They see now a second
posturing.
elf come out of the woods, and
Yeah.
they like step back one step further.
And I introduce myself and say, "Hello, I'm Elin. I'm a compatriot of Artis, who you've just met."
A traveler not traveling alone. Are there more of you?
There are. We're a
We-
party of 4.
We wish to see them.
And I holler over to the rest to join us.
Alright. So you guys meet up with this elf. And you're standing among these hillfolk druid. There's 4 of them. They seem to be eyeing you up kind of questioningly. The chiefs will want to know of your passage through Nemedia. These lands are sacred to us.
Yes, of course.
We will take you to the Elk Chief area. But first we must complete our ritual here. You can either go east or await us.
I would like to quietly observe if it's appropriate for you.
Perfect. Okay. So if everyone else is in agreement of watching and waiting, we'll explain.
Yeah, sounds
Yes.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you see these druids circle the elk. It's still, slowly dying. And they seem to be chanting, and they're sitting in a ring around it. And in the last moments of its death, it starts to shriek violently, and you see magical essence pouring out of the druids to contain this shrieking, until suddenly it goes silent, and at the same time, the elk dies. They arise, and they look like a little bit worn. A couple of them are breathing a little heavily, and they go, "We're ready. We will take you there now."
Thank you kindly.
As you're moving towards their circle of wagons, you're free to ask them any questions you'd like.
Was very interesting what you just did. What did you do?
The spirits of this land are touched by some foul necromancy. It seems when many things die, their spirits are trapped here and become horrors on the land. This elk had the essence of a banshee stuck into it. Luckily, we contained it.
And what are you going to do with the elk? Leave it to nature, or bury it, or?
We will return to claim some of its meat for our fires, and then use its hide for other necessary things. Eventually, it will return to nature.
Yeah, as it
Have
should.
the lands always been touched with necromancy here? Is that normal?
For many years now it has. Not always, but for many years. The Deadlands creep north.
Hmm.
Alright, if there's nothing else, you guys approach the druidic village in the forest. And you come across the elk chieftain. There's this guy in the center here with his staff of sticks and his fancy cap. And you're welcomed into the village. He's kind of standing at the entrance. Most of his tents and his wagons are behind him. And he bows a little bit. What do I have the pleasure of welcoming friends into my campsite this evening?
I think
We
I'm
are
gonna
but
bow
travellers.
as well. Sorry. Yeah.
Artists will say we are but travellers, and again, see Murray bow will also bow, and say we did not mean to disrespect any sacred ground. We're merely exploring and understand you have been having trouble with rogue spirits.
Indeed, the spirits are rogue and vile these days. We are glad to see that you are not here to disturb our ground, but you come at a dangerous time to Nemedia.
You say dangerous. Is it getting worse?
Oh, much worse. Past 2 weeks or so, there's been more bloodshed in the past 5 years between the clans.
What has caused the bloodshed?
He kind of curses a little bit. When Grey Elk, my father, died, the clans split. They were once heralded by the Grey Elk, but now no leader is strong enough to hold us together. Since then, the Bear Clan has been insistent on fighting, taking back the natural lands. I hate to say it, but elves are not seen most welcome in their lands, seeing as you hunt hillfolk in other parts of the world. Not you specifically, of course, but your kind.
Yes, the actions of my
That
people
is-
also grieve me. I can relate.
I'm glad to hear that.
And I agree with my brother Alf. The actions of the many are not the actions of all.
I expected as much when I heard that 2 elves are traveling in the company of 2 dwarves. Your species have never held much love for one another, so it interested me greatly when I heard of your arrival.
Stan, speaking respectfully, says, "We are an odd group, but these are odd times.
Odd and dangerous.
As was mentioned earlier, we're here just to explore. Is there something that you'd like to show us in relation to these more troubling times? Is there any key to your clan's well-being?"
Come, take a seat in my hut. We shall speak of the things that happen here, and perhaps you can tell me of the things that happen where you are from. So he welcomes you into his little hut, which I will bring you into. You guys can position yourselves wherever you're like in the room. As you enter, he begins pouring tea and making cups for everyone, and leaves them on his desk. You're gesturing that you're welcome to it. Yes, as far as times here, there are 2 things that are most troubling. Of course, the Bear Clan spreading violence, and even drawing some of the members of the other clans away from them. They are becoming more than a threat. They could be our doom, if not seen too soon. Roughly 25% of my people have left the clan and joined the Bear instead, seeing their morality as the true of the hillfolk. I heard similar reports from the Wolf Clan. The other troubling thing is, of course, these evil spirits that seem attached to whatever dies here. We believe it has to do with a taint from the Deadlands, which, of course, has only grown larger since the shift. I'm not sure there's anything that can be done about that, but at least we don't have to spill each other's blood. He shakes his head.
So you felt the shift as well. Not everyone knows it happened.
Only I and a few other of the higher druids were able to resist the shift's magic. We are aware of it and informed others, but many are not. I have seen the change firsthand.
And did this change correspond with the increased aggression from the bears?
No, that was later, actually. Like I said, only a couple of weeks ago, where the shift, it occurred less than 2 months ago, but still many moons from now. We believe the Bear Clan may have been inspired by the shift, but something else is pushing them more. Their leader, Roloff, was always bloodthirsty, but he's bordering on madness now, I would say.
So you think the actions of the Bear Clan have outside influence?
I do. There is something dark that stirs within the heart of the Bear Clan. Something more vile than just violence.
If that source was uprooted, do you think the Bear Clan might be more peaceable and unite with the other clans?
It is possible. I also believe that if the Bear Clan became satisfied with the other ways of life, things would be better in Nemedia. They have always been a thorn in our side here.
Enjoying the tea, Stan asks if he thinks the Bear Clan, as they're currently acting, would attack us travelers on sight, or could we treat with them?
I can't be certain, but with elves in your company, I would not trust that they would not attack.
And Artis will pick up the tea, take a sip, and then say, you say Roloff is now bordering on madness. Do you believe that any influence is on him or on the clan as a whole?
I think he is the key. He is the strongest willed of the bear. Without him, they are a headless snake.
Do you have any idea of the source of this corruption that you suspect with the Bear Clan?
I have my suspicions that something afoul, perhaps something he found in the Deadlands, is what is tainting him. He is known for his journeys south, hunting. Could be anything.
I have a question concerning all the spirits and the elk and your tea.
Okay. How can I help you?
What did your druids do with the elk? And might there be something about this Roloff that is maybe there's some ghastly spirit clinging to him? And maybe we have to draw it out?
That is a possibility, though I highly doubt he would allow my druids near him. There are few of us that are able to perform this ritual. It is powerful
So it's not easy.
No, we could teach you, but it would take time.
And what kind of tea is this? This is delicious.
Blueberry and jasmine.
Oh, that's very nice. Would you like some chewing bark in exchange?
Chewing bark. From the north.
Yeah.
I would appreciate it. A kind gesture.
Oh, please. And I give him a handful.
Excellent.
It has calming properties.
You see him stuff a bit in his mouth, and he pockets the rest to savor for later. In the meantime, as you guys are standing there, you can see that there are some dark clouds forming outside.
Just weather
Sten's
clouds.
gonna ask him about.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering if those are just like if the weather is shifting or if this is some kind of supernatural.
It seems like a weather shift. Oop,
Oh,
I lost.
somebody. Okay.
We'll give it
Okay,
a
so just yeah. Okay.
Sten's gonna ask him about the direction of the other clans. The Bear Clan. He said he traveled south. Does that mean they can be found in the south?
From what I know, the Bear Clan is in the south now, yes, while the Wolf Clan lies further to the east. Let me check on Elon, too. One sec.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright, perfect, he's back. Though, Stan had asked... Oh, what was that?
I just want to be sure you can hear me again. I lost sound about a minute ago, and I scrambled to try to get it back on.
Yeah, we can hear you now. So Sten asked where the clans are. She informed you that the bear is to the south and the wolf is to the east. And Kago, or Murray, learned that the ritual that was performed on the elk is done with powerful cleansing magic that only a few of the druids know.
Thank you.
Yep. Artist, it sounded like
And you
had a
say the
question.
magic.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You say the magic would take time to learn. Do you mean a scale of time longer than perhaps the clan has if the bears continue acting as they do?
I'm not sure how long we have, to be honest, but it would take several days.
Maybe we can. This is kind of a bold idea, but I'm just saying it. I'm still learning this, so maybe we knock him out and we bring him back here, and you can cleanse him, and then afterwards I can learn the magic, because I would be very interested.
The elk patriarch looks over you. He's a little bit weary. Well, I do not doubt that would work. I'm not sure if the four of you would be capable of sneaking into the bear and pulling something like that off. But I will happily oblige if you are able to. Be my pleasure. I could also offer aid if you'd like to do such a thing.
What do you think? And I just look into the to my fellow adventurers. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, Sten thinks that's a good idea. It would be nice to be of help in these lands since we're strangers and have been given hospitality. It'd be nice to pull something like that off that would help the people here.
No. An artist swirls his tea and says, I agree also. Do you think that the Wolf clan would also lend assistance, given that they all appear to be having the same troubles?
Argus, the leader of the Wolf Clan, has become more of a recluse lately. I couldn't tell you what he thinks, but his daughter, Eva, surely hates the bear.
Perhaps caution is in order and we could scout before taking any action.
You're welcome to scout. I also have my runners out and about. I can tell you something within the next day if you would like to stay. You're welcome to my fires.
If
What
we
say the rest of you? Should we wait on a runner for information?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yes. It's quicker to act wisely than to have to act foolishly twice.
Yeah. Also, would you have some, maybe some herbs or anything we could use to make them all sleepy? I know of some herbs, but I'm not sure if we can get them here.
For the chewing bark you have loaned me, I will bring you the herbs.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
So he's going to provide you with a handful of herbs. It's one use. You can either feed it to somebody or apply it to a weapon, and it'll cause them to fall asleep.
Could we also burn it for people to inhale the smoke to fall asleep?
Ooh, I like that too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Careful with those herbs.
Oh, I know them. Yeah, they're very, very good.
So you guys are settling for the night, I assume. Then they show you to a small tent that a family will go and stay with the other part of their family. So you're welcome to sleep in here for the night. You can mark off one supply. Whoever wants to be carrying those. I know, Artis, you said you wanted to take 15. I think that was a smart decision. And then we will rest.
I'm not sure how everyone else's inventory looks, but Sten's got lots of room.
Yeah, as does Artis.
As you guys are resting for the evening in the village, the storm that rolls in gets progressively worse, and I'd like all of you to make a wisdom check.
Oh, nice. 20. Not natural.
15 for Sten.
Sten and Murray, both of you, as you are a little bit more in tune with nature,
9 for Artis.
you two sense that this storm is not natural. In fact, you can hear words that you can't make out on the wind. As you go and look at the window, you see that the druids are awake. They're standing at their doorways, and they seem to be looking off into the distance. As you look in that direction, you see lightning striking too many times in a very close area.
Mm-hmm.
Area to the south, I'm gonna guess.
It is, in fact, to the south.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask Murray if he agrees. What do you think? Is this a sign of from the gods? We've got a place to head towards.
Well, I don't know. I think the gods are part of nature, but this is not natural, so I would think that's something else. maybe someone trying and toying with forces they maybe don't understand or maybe want to control. Can I talk to? Would it be safe to walk outside and to talk to the druids? They're probably already. They probably also know that this storm is not natural.
Yeah, you can tell from the way that
Yeah.
they're standing, they're a little bit uneasy. And yeah, you cross like the street, the makeshift street through the mud and the rain, to stand
Yeah.
under another tent, and a druid looks down at you. So you sense it too.
Yes. Very, very strange. What could that be?
Something is conjuring a lot of energy up on that hill. And he points with his finger to a distant hill you can make out. It's probably around a 2-day hike if you had to assume.
And that would be in the same direction where the bear clan probably is.
It would be in a similar direction for sure.
Similar
but
direction.
They move, so they could be anywhere.
Okay. But it would be possible that they have something to do with it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
So just to my fellow adventurers, not completely secretive or anything, but just I'm not shouting it out. But Stan's gonna suggest that we head towards that hill and maybe ask that the elk runners meet up with us again if there's news of the bear clan in a completely different place, unknown right now. So if they do move west or east or whatever rather than south, we'll find out about it. In the meantime, we'll go check out the hill.
Okay, so let me just double check. You want to go towards the hill and you want to send them in the other direction, so if they moved, you can go there instead? Or do you want to send them in
yeah.
front of you too?
I think we're gonna find what we find at the hill. So if the elk clan just wants to keep their eyes elsewhere, that'd be good. But I'm just I'm discussing with the group right now, and I'm definitely not don't have a solidified plan in mind.
Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure I'm following what you're putting on the table for them.
Okay, but then of course time would be of the essence. We'd have to go now. Right?
So even if we go now, the hill is still 2 days away.
It seems like things are getting worse, not better.
So are you suggesting that when the runners get to the village, some runners are sent elsewhere, but at least one is sent towards us at the hill with any information that they might have, or just so I understand?
Yeah, do you guys think that it's better that they scout where we're already going ourselves, or would it be better for them to be scouting elsewhere so we know what else is going on?
I just mean so because they can scout, but a runner needs to give us the information. So we'll need to tell the elks where we're going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tell them where we're going, and I'm sure they'll find us if they need to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
You're
how
heading
much
to
help
the
they want to
hill,
offer.
though, aren't you? So you would just be like, we're heading towards the hill, so they should be able to track you down pretty easily.
Yeah.
That'd be my suggestion.
Okay.
But if you guys think it's safer for them to kind of stick with us rather than gathering information, they can do their scouting local to wherever we are traveling. Is that a better idea?
There are enough of them that we could have some join us and some continue to scout the rest of the area. I would think perhaps we could bring allies and maybe have them scout ahead.
There are 5 runners. As you came into town, you noticed there's not a lot of people in town. As you ask about allies or speak about it, the elk guy says that he would lend warriors if he had them, but the clans have called a gathering, so they're all out gathering these tribes from all these different parts of Nemedia right now, and it'll take several days for them all to return back. So it's just who he has here. He has 5 runners that he can lend you.
Mm-hmm.
And the gathering is in a few days.
Yeah, it'll take a few days for them to go out and then come back. And they've already left.
Where
we
is this
think-
gathering?
It's going to take place here, where they are.
Ah,
So do we think that we could get to the hill? If we set off now, we could get to the hill, find out what's happening there, and be back in time for the gathering?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Well, in that case, then,
might be the best idea.
Yeah,
agreed.
Sten thinks it's less important that news from other parts is gathered than if that's already happening with people moving in the other areas of the Highlands. So maybe the runners should just stick with us.
So do you want to send them, like,
it's-
a bit ahead of you, or, like, they're traveling right with you?
Does everyone agree that we should head to the hill?
I agree, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we should because they're scouts, right? They're probably a bit more sneaky than we are. So I'd say like a little bit ahead of us would be
Yeah,
good.
Agreed. I believe their runners are more stealthy than me and my plate armor.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yeah, agreed.
I
That
would
sounds
agree.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. And then the only decision we have left to make is, do you want to leave now in the night while it's raining, or will it better to wait?
Would I be able to tell if okay, the storm is not natural, but is it hostile? Would it harm us in any way?
You can attempt to glean this information and make a wisdom check.
Yeah, gonna try to do that. Oh no, that's a 5.
With the anticipation brewing in the air, it's hard to sense anything behind the taste of the air in this room that you're standing in.
Yeah. It's gonna be fine. Looks nice. Let's go.
Sten agrees. The weather's only going to get worse. It's raining now. It could be storming later. I think leaving now sooner than later is a better idea.
All right.
Time seems to be of the essence. I agree we should leave now.
Yeah. As does Artis.
Perfect. So you guys head out of the village. The 5 runners, a bit ahead of you, moving slowly. They report back if there's anything of note in the area. Sten, roll me a d6.
It's a 4.
All right, thank you. And as you guys are traveling through the highlands, you traverse a day without anything really happening. The first day comes through, so you travel through the night and the first day, walking a fair distance. But it's now the second night and you haven't slept, and you're quite tired. So I would imagine the decision now is to rest, because you're around half a day away from the hilltop. As you've been traveling, the rain has only gotten worse, and the amount of lightning flashes at that tower top have not stopped. Or not tower, it's a hilltop, sorry.
Yeah, I'd say is there somewhere to be safe from the rain? Well, a bit at least.
Yeah, if you'd like to search for some shelter, go right ahead. Make a wisdom
Yeah,
check to
yeah.
search.
Does anybody else want to do that, or shall I do that again?
Yeah, no, I'd support you in that.
Okay. Oh, 20.
Yep.
Dirty 20 for me as well.
Perfect. You both find this nice hilly outcrop that extends pretty far, and it keeps the ground dry. You gather up a few sticks that you had stuffed around you to keep from getting wet in the rain, and start a small fire, I presume. Start drying yourselves off after walking through the pouring rain all day. You're soaked to the bone. The woodrunners come back, and they say that they have seen movement on the hill ahead of you. They definitely are saying humans. There are other people there.
Are they moving about on the hill, or are they traveling, leaving the hill?
It seemed that they were moving around the hill. There was a fair number of them from what we could tell. Maybe 20.
I'm going to suggest that the runners join us, get out of the weather for a bit, but as a group, we keep watch, so that there's always one of the travelers and one of the runners in a pair, doing a night watch while everyone rests. If that sounds good.
Yeah.
Agreed. A night watch. Absolutely.
All right. So
Shifts.
let's just subtract
Yes.
supply right off the bat, and then we'll do just like it is on the VTT here, Artis, Ellen, Sten, Mori. So each of you can have a watch per se, and one of the woodrunners will stay up with you as well.
So is that so is that just that'd be a wisdom check?
Correct. A wisdom check.
Oh, each of us? Okay.
We'll start with Artis
so
first.
11 for Artis.
Yeah, so as you are awake throughout the night, Artis, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Ellen, I see an 11. What's your mod for Wiz?
It's a +1, so
Okay.
Elin has 12.
So Elin, he is scanning the wood line around this outcrop that you guys are huddled under. And as he does, he notices some movement. You can't exactly make out what it is. It just looks like a shadow passing from one tree to the next. But you definitely make out some movement.
So I'd like to keep my eyes on it from a distance as much as I can and send the scout ahead to investigate the source of movement.
Okay, so you let the
But
others rest. You tell the woodrunner to go out there.
Out of an abundance of caution, I tell the others that there's movement. So I roused them to let them know.
Is it my watch yet? What can I what?
There's something moving. I don't know what, but I see it.
Okay. Shall we follow it?
Should we all go, or should we send scouts?
Is it moving closer or just moving around?
Well, Ellen told one of the runners to move away, so as you guys all stir, the runner moves off into the woods towards the direction of the sound, and you suddenly hear the of 2 arrows flying through the air, and the runner falls. You just see his body fall flat in the ground.
Hostiles.
Sten's gonna call the whole group to arm. It's got to be a Bear Clan spy. Spotted us. Let's get him and help the down man. So Sten's gonna move.
Yeah.
When it's his turn, he's gonna move towards the fallen runner.
Yeah, why don't we do this? Everybody roll a d20. Let's see our initiative. Elin, Murray, Sten, Artis, and let's see where I land in this pool. Yeah, I'm last. Perfect. All right, Elin, you're first as you watch your wood runner fall in the shallow stream.
I go in the direction of fallen runner. I feel responsible. I'm trying to keep my eyes ahead to see if I can spot the hostile.
Go ahead and make a wisdom check as you approach. You can move a banana for near.
Okay. You said wisdom, right?
Yep.
Ugh, it's a +1. So.
In the shadows, you don't see anything in the bushes. You splash into the water and come up to the wood runner's body. 2 arrows with vulture feathers are pinned into his chest.
Is it too late, or can I try to revive it, stabilize it?
You can attempt.
Okay.
But since you already did a wisdom check this round, it'll have to wait till next time.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go to Murray now.
Okay, I'm gonna stretch myself a bit. And yeah, jump into action. I'm gonna catch up to Elin, and if I can be, I saw some arrows flying, right?
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run as fast as I can, and I'm gonna put my hand on this bridge, on this wood that's there, and I want to wood shape that into some kind of shield for protection.
Lovely. I love it.
Just a second. I think I'm gonna have to. I think it's a wisdom.
Yep. Wisdom for wood shaper.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Oh, well, it's gonna take a bit. Wait. It's because the wood is old. I'm not awake. That's a 9, unfortunately.
All right. Sten, what's your move?
Okay, so do I have any idea where the shadow might be in relation to the other two?
It's on the far side of the stream, but that's all you know.
Okay, with that runner already being attended to, Sten's gonna go further west and then north across the stream. Can I move near and observe before deciding to either act or move far? Is that all right?
And then you wanna do a wisdom check to look around.
No, just not even that much. Just basic observation, like
Yeah, as you run up
if that's all right.
to the edge of the stream, you don't see any movement on the far side.
Okay, I'm gonna continue moving to get to the other side then.
You splash through the stream and come to the far side of the river. Artis.
Is there a straight line of sight between us and the hill? Or is it
No.
because of the woods and everything?
There's trees and outcrops. It's a kind of a craggy nightmare, this area.
Okay, then knowing that we need to find whoever is in the area and hoping that it doesn't draw more, Artis will move towards the bridge and then fire a flare past Sten.
Okay.
So if I move there, and then do you want me to roll for the flare?
Yeah, do a dex check for the flare to shoot it accurately. Yeah,
19, yeah.
You launch it up into the sky. This area on the far side of the woods, in like a far area, so like from here to here, and from Sten to a little bit beyond the map here, it's easy to see anything in there. But nothing is immediately exposed from you shooting the flare.
Okay.
The woodrunners, in the meantime, will gather up nearby you. Now, these guys are scouts, so they have some military training. You know, they're hunters. But they're not really fighters, so they kind of are looking at you guys for guidance. And as they are standing there, from the shadows, 2 more arrows come flying out. And Elin, since you are kind of right by where they were before, let's see.
Oh no.
Oh, all right, so the archers are shooting very hot right out the gate. One flies and it lands in your chest just above your heart, and you just see Elin take a hefty chunk as he drops in a gasp. Unless you have more than one heart. I'm not positive.
Oof. All right.
Sten, from your position, you can make out 2 of the figures that just shot at this guy. And we're to Elin now.
Sorry, I was on mute. I have a signet ring, so I can eliminate a D4 worth
Okay.
of damage. So let me roll the D4.
They did 13 in total.
Nice.
Alright, so you have 1 HP.
It did
Nice.
13.
Yeah.
So I have, so I'm
Ooh.
still in it by 1.
Instead of falling, he clutches his chest and staggers, but he's still up. And it's your turn now, Elin.
Okay. And so I admittedly was distracted by the fact that I just got hit with an arrow. Can I see? It appears that we can now see the source of the.
Yeah, Sten notices. I'm assuming he shouts it out.
Okay. Distance-wise, can I reach them and still have an action, or is that too
Yeah.
far?
I think that's fine.
Okay. Do I know which one? Did they both get me?
They both shot at you, only one hit you.
Which can I tell which one hit me or no?
You can't tell which one hit you.
All right. I dash to the or run up to the one that appears to be closest, and I swing my warhammer. Oh, I'm sorry, I did it twice. It's +2 for strength.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. 6 plus. My weapon is +4, so that's a 10.
As you land your hammer stroke into this hillfolk, his ribs crunch and he crumples to the ground in a mass. Murray.
Nicely done.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Okay. 2 questions. First, would that other hill folk be within far?
Yes.
Okay. And how does the runner look like? Is he dead, or is he just dying?
He is about to die.
He's about to
He
die.
has 1 on his timer.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try to stabilize him.
Cool. Wisdom check.
Yes. No. Oh,
Oh man, the 6 is for you.
that's a 10, unfortunately.
No good. You try and stabilize him. The arrows are causing too much blood loss.
I took the wrong moss too. Wait.
All right, Sten.
All right.
My God, you've mismossed him. I think the remaining archer is too far for me to engage with.
Yeah, he's beyond near
Yeah.
for you.
Okay, I'm gonna move near in the direction so that I'm attempting to show that I'm supporting Elin and attacking this guy, even though I can't actually get to them. And then I will do a Amber Beads Healing Nova to heal all bar friendlies. So that hopefully would include both Elin and the downed runner.
Sure will.
Nice.
So wisdom check, I can't roll a 1.
Perfect. Roll up that healing.
Healing 9 for whoever needs it.
So this guy is back up.
Nice. I'll take it. Thank you.
And
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say out loud, I'm gonna suggest to the group, let's not let this guy get away. We don't need his knowledge in his master's hands.
All right, Artis, what's your move?
I could artist hit with a crossbow from there,
You can.
or would I need to move forward?
can.
Then I will shoot the crossbow at the scout
I will
whilst shouting to Sten.
From his position, he is in cover behind like some fallen logs, so it will be a hard shot for you, but you can hit.
If I move forward towards the crossbow, would that make it towards almost like the crossroady bit? Would that make it easier?
I don't believe so. You'd need to get kind of on a 90-degree angle to him from where he's positioned. You can certainly do it.
Oh, okay, then I'll just do it. I'll move closer anyway, just in case they decide to go. And then... Oh, it's a miss regardless.
The arrow flies and hits one of these tree trunks he's ducked behind. And as it comes to my turn, the archer who is tracked behind this watches Elin rush up after being shot with an arrow and crunch his friend's body in. But then he sees Sten perform magic, and anger floods into his eyes. He draws back his bow and lets it rip at Sten. As he pulls his bowstring so taut, it snaps and breaks. Artis, as you are standing there
Excellent roll.
in the opening,
Thanks, Gio.
2 more men jump out from the shadows, immediately revealing themselves as they charge forward, both at you. You hear a call come out, and you see more movement in the trees ahead. And they both will attack Artis. And they both will hit with natural rolls.
Yeah.
So that'll be 4, 8 damage total.
Okay.
The runners, they have throwing spears, and 3 of them are going to shoot at the one who ran up on you, Artis, to your left. 1, 2, 3. And 3 of them are going to shoot at the other one. So 2 of them hit there, or 2 of them shoot, and 1 hits there. So 2 on the first. All right. He's pretty injured, so that's 5, 8. Mark him. And the other one just gets 1. Sorry. 4, 5. Wonderful, and we're back to Elin.
Okay. I see the 2 that are attacking Artis. So here. Can I position myself in front of Artis, like
Yeah.
between? Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do is get between them and him.
Yeah, you kind of break it up a little bit as you charge forward. Nice.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So that's a 10 again with my warhammer.
Yeah, one of these guys crunches into the dirt, your hammer hitting his skull. Murray.
Okay, all right. I think standing from where I am, I'm gonna cast. If you allow me to do that, I'm gonna cast Wild Growth on the archer to tangle him or her,
Sure.
so they can't move. That's a dirty 20.
As your magic reach out, vines grow around the archer, and she's kind of pinned in place. As you see her, she's struggling, and some of the vines and growth is bending. You imagine she could break free, but for the time being, she's held in place.
So much about thorns in your side.
All right, Sten.
How injured does Artis look from those 2 hits?
Very.
Very injured, but standing. Hey. Okay.
Yeah.
Sten will join Elin and Artis, hoping that the entrapped archer will stay that way for one more round, and he's going to wager that the health can last for one more round as well, and so he'll attack rather than healing.
Okay.
+2 strength, mace attack on the fighter. Ooh, with a 4, so he just misses.
He deflects your mace with his spear and stands his ground. Artis, you're up.
Artist will back up towards the other side of the logs that the archer is hiding behind. So directly east, and then fire the crossbow at the one that hit him.
Okay, hard shot because you're shooting through your friends.
Unless I go north and get the archer. Did we hear where the sounds are coming from the others?
Yes, this
After. Okay, so running that way to make the shot easier would probably not be wise. Yeah, I'll just back up and try the hard shot in any event.
Cool.
Should I move there? I'll go there. And then... no. It's +4, so 13.
The arrow flies through the gap between Sten and Elin, but does not land in the flesh of the warrior. Alright, these boys are going to tick down. Our archer will act first, trying to escape her bonds. She somehow manages to tangle herself up worse. The
Good vines.
spear wielder sees Elin and Sten approach and watches Elin just crunch his friend in one blow. So he turns his blade on him, or spear I should say, and goes to stab Elin, which will not hit, deflecting off of your armor or your blade. The movement coming from the north direction, it is close. It will reach you soon. The woodrunners, in the meantime, start tugging on Murray's cloak and pointing at the archer who is dead up here. As you look over there, you see essence of magic swirling over its body.
Oh no. Oh no.
This will bring us back up to the top of the order with Eland.
Excuse me, my go?
Yep.
So, quick question. Again, apologies for speaking out of game. I'm curious. So we haven't played together before, so I'm curious. What, in your estimation, earns a player a hero coin?
Doing
I'm just trying to.
something awesome. That's how I usually give them out.
Okay. 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 All right. I will go ahead and once again swing my warhammer. It's only +2, so that would be an 11.
The
No good.
spear wielder deflects it away. Murray.
So, the runners were pointing to that body and its magical essence. So would I be able to ascertain if we have some kind of magical zombie situation on our hands?
From
Like
what
the archer getting
from what
up
you
and...
recall from the situation with the elk earlier, it seems a very similar swirl of magic.
Yeah, I'm going to move over here if I can.
Yep.
And try to use wood shaper to build a cage around the body.
Okay. Cool. I like that. Let's see what
And
happens.
keep it in place somehow. Well, in theory, anyway.
I think it was a cool idea, so take a hero point for the...
Thank you very much. I'm gonna try again because my rolls are shit.
Yeah, the dice are cold for you today. Sten, as we come to you, what do you want to do?
Sten is going to suggest out loud to the group that things are getting worse, not better, with spirits and rustling in the bush coming. We might be outnumbered, and we might want to gather back on the south side of the stream. So that's his out loud suggestion. As far as action goes, he is going to use a catch pole
Okay.
to attack this fighter and try to grapple him.
Sweet. Let's see.
Sterling, do you know about this weapon?
Yep. I made that weapon, I believe.
Okay, I barely know. It was from one of the enemies someone else brought back. It says weapon effort, grapple close with success. Does that mean it does both damage and
Correct.
grapple? Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to try with that. +2 strength, which is an 11.
Ooh, just shy. Really cool idea, though. Take a hero point.
Do you want to take my hero coin
thank
to... No? Okay.
No, we might need that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Artis. What's the plan now?
So the shot would just be a straight shot now, right? Because I failed last time.
Yes.
Yeah. So first thing I will do is try and take a shot and roll above a 10 for once. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
As your crossbow looses, the mechanism for firing it jams, and you realize it's going to require an action for you to clear the jam.
Okay. Artis, having heard what Sten has said, and also being very beaten up, will try to retreat, knowing there's now a wall of steel between him and the fighter. Will try and retreat back towards the stream.
All right. right.
So, there.
Okay, the first thing that happens is Murray, as you're standing above the corpse of the dead hillfolk, a spirit shape begins to form, and a woman emerges from the body.
Oh no.
It's still getting a hold of its senses, looking around, but you can already feel from being close to it anger. The next thing that happens is this archer is going to try and escape once again, even though they're very tangled. But now they miraculously slip out.
She learned from her mistakes.
Yeah, she drops to the ground, pulling out a hefty hunting knife in her hand, and charges at Murray, knowing that the magic came from him.
Oh no. Yeah, that hits.
Ooh, alright. Ooh, for 7.
Ugh. Ouch.
The fighter glances at both the warriors next to him, one high, one low. The elf striking with a hammer, Sten striking with a mace. He chooses at random and strikes forward. Oh, goodness. Alright, so at random I said so. 1-2 will be Sten, 3-4 will be Elin. Oops, I didn't mean to write that twice. 3-4, alright. Elin gets a jabbing of the spear right into the guts for 10.
10?
10 exactly, yes.
Okay. Let me roll my signet. It's 6 for me.
Perfect. And the last thing that happens is through the brush, a bear comes charging. Oops, not 2 bears. And it just arrives on scene. One thing about the bear that everyone would notice is that it is painted in red war paint. And we're to Elin.
Too bad but these guys weren't called the Rabbit Clan or something.
Alright, Elin takes another swing.
It's easy now.
Oh. Yeah, it's only an 8.
Oh, rough. Okay, one shy. Any movement or just staying stuck in where you are?
Honestly, after taking the blow that I take, I do take a step back after my swing and a miss.
Okie dokie. Murray.
Okay, all right. I think it's time to go. I'm gonna move over here and try to do what I tried the first time in my first round. Trying to make a little barrier, some kind of shield out of the planks, the wood there.
Okay.
And let's see if it's gonna be a 6 or a 5 or something else. An 8.
A little better.
I mean, that's still 11, so I'm not gonna do it.
All right, the rolls are one shy tonight completely. Sten, as we come to you, what do you want to do?
Okay, I like this group. Bunching up in a defensive position makes Sten happy. He is going to remind everyone about the scream of the banshee, and if you can protect your ears, please do. Remember what we heard from that elk, even though it was being suppressed. He's going to retreat back to the bridge, kind of establish this defensive bulkhead there, and he's going to do a heal to everyone in far. So wisdom can't be won. Whew, it's not.
Not a 1.
Maybe that's something for a
Close,
hero
but not.
coin.
And that's 11 healing to anyone who needs it.
Sweet. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Yes.
Sten already has the
Less
point,
you,
if I'm not
Glenn.
mistaken, right? Because he used the catch ball.
Okay, I thought you
Yeah.
didn't get the check. All right. Okay, but you did.
Yeah, he's good. He has that amber bead that lets him only fail if he rolls a 1. And he's only got the 1
Oh,
spell.
nice. So that was how much healing? Sorry,
Yeah, up to
11.
11 if you need it.
11. Oh, nice. Thank you.
And we're to you now, Artis.
Artis will thank Sten whilst coughing up blood and just try and clear the jam in the crossbow.
Alright, so you take your turn busting out that jam in your crossbow. It's ready to shoot again.
Yeah.
You load another bolt. You'll be ready on your next.
Okay.
The wood runners, at this point, they start forming up kind of behind you. They're a little bit nervous. They've only got short spears left. They threw their 1 javelin that they had. And they're kind of forming their own defensive wall behind you. Their plan is to flood from the side if they approach. Which is what the fighter is going to do. He's going to rush towards Sten and attack. As he does, his wooden spear gets caught in Sten's armor and snaps away as Sten turns out his hand. The archerless archer is going to also rush forward on Sten, ignoring the Banshee, and try and get between his plates with her knife, which she will not do. The bear will run far.
Oh no.
And it's
I
running
fear
like a
for the
truck.
runners.
Yeah, it runs like a truck, trampling everything in its way, roaring as it moves forward. And the Banshee will float behind this fighter, latching onto him as the first one, and just reaches out with her hand to touch it. And as she does, you see the blood run and drain from his face as he collapses. Alright. That's everybody for me. Elin.
Whew. Well, I take care of who is immediately in front of me. I swing, and
Once again, that heavy warhammer flying over the head of the archer. Murray.
Okay. Can I? Is the banshee something immaterial? Can I trap her into?
It is
I don't know.
immaterial.
Immaterial. Okay. All right. I think I think I'm gonna get on land again, stepping out of the water, and seeing the bear. I think I want to entangle it into some vines and moss and some
Okay.
fungi. If I roll good enough, let's see. Well, that's 18.
Sweet. As your vines grow out, they lash around the bear. You can see its strong forearms are definitely able to break through, but for now, it's held.
Well, let's see.
All right,
Yeah,
Sten.
that's my turn.
Sten will step forward and attack the Banshee. And he's gonna, as he does so, he's gonna address the bear bowless archer, and suggest that we've got a common enemy now, bear sister, and hopefully she agrees. So striking at the Banshee,
Mm-hmm.
it's a 15.
You're swinging with your warhammer, right?
Mace.
Yeah, your mace just goes right through her body.
we might be in trouble.
Artis, you're up.
I will move straight south,
Okay.
hoping that Elin has the archer, and knowing that if a mace can go through a banshee, I don't think bolts are going to do anything. And then shoot the bear.
Cool. You hit.
Oh, yes, that makes a change. And it's a modified 17, so with quick draw, I'll get a second shot as well.
Go ahead and roll that.
Nice.
Yep.
Yep. There we go. So that's 2 shots, and then I've got the arcane cartridge, so it's a D10.
Oh, you got the magic bolts. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, so it's 13 with the first shot,
Okay.
and 4 with the second. The 2 extremes.
So 17 damage. Got it. The bear recoils in its wooden bindings, roaring and shrieking. Its teeth latch into the arrow and break it off and pull it out of it. It looks at you venomously.
I just start praying those vines hold.
The bear, at this point, is going to try and break out of its vines. Ooh, it holds for this turn. Very
No.
It's obviously a good prayer.
The spear guys, these runners, they're going to try and circle up the bear. And they're going to just attack as one. So there's going to be one roll, and if they hit, they're going to roll ultimate. Nice.
Nice.
For, I'll give it 3 plus 5. So 8 damage. The bear shrieks again in pain, biting at the spears that are poking through the vines, but it holds its ground. Sten, as you swing your mace through the banshee, it looks at you. Its claws sharp, and it goes to cut you. I don't think that's going to hit. No. You deflect or you won't deflect it. You step away from it before it latches into your flesh. The hollow hands reaching forward. The archer, who has been swung on by Elin, takes a side step away from the banshee and goes for a spot between Elin's armor. But he will also miss, and it brings us to Elin's turn.
And Elin once again turns toward the archer who just tried to stab him, swings, and totally, utterly misses.
As you step forward to swing, it opens you up for an attack from the archer, and she steps forward with her knife, but she doesn't land anything.
We are quite the pair.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt you.
All right, Murray, what's your move?
Well, never change a winning team, so I'm gonna entangle the archer.
Yep.
17.
Excellent. She is now bound as well. Her knife reaching forward towards Ellen, and a vine reaches out. She's got it extended towards him, but it's stuck in position now.
Yeah, don't move.
Sten.
I wonder if the arcane cartridge could hit this banshee, because other than that, haven't seen any offensive magic on our side, and
Oh, yeah,
I'm
it is
worried
magic,
that
isn't
we
it?
have no way of impacting this banshee. So, he's gonna suggest to the group that we let the stuck archer, stay there, and the stuck bear stay there, and we all retreat further away than they are to the banshee, and so he's going to do a 1 near movement down to here, aiming for the lower right corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure what I can do, but he'd like to use his turn to help Artist somehow, to help with a hit or help action in some way,
Make a
because he doesn't have
wisdom
anything
check.
to do himself. That's a calculated 21.
You keep a close eye on the Banshee, and you kind of study its movement. Artist, your next shot on the Banshee will be easy.
Yes, thank you.
And it is your turn.
Then I will take a shot at the back, having heard Sten, and realizing that, in fact, this arcane cartridge is perhaps magic.
I'll hit.
Oh, that. And should I just take the second shot as well?
Yep. That will not.
Okay. So it's
Let's hero coin that second one.
okay. So
I think this is important.
The first shot is 12.
Okay.
And then with a re-roll on there, it's still hit because it's 12. My dex is +4.
Yep.
And it was. Yep. So.
Nice.
So 13.
As
Good
one
roll.
arrow goes through, you see the Banshee's body start to phase. As the second, it vanishes.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Nicely shot.
Thank you.
At this point, the archer, who is bound, and the bear that is bound are the only ones left. So they're both going to try and escape. We'll go archer first. She manages, to slip out of her bonds. And she's going to stand her ground there, ready to stab at Elin again. The bear is also going to break out. And he has 2 actions, so his section action is going to be a claw on one of these guys around him, which will miss. They're going to do their same stab attack. They're going to miss. And we're back to the top of the order. Elin.
All right. So, with all the I've been fighting this this woman, and Elin actually starts to find her attractive as she's so formidable, and we've been battling, and so I make a comment saying that, you know, under different circumstances, perhaps we might be enjoying a beverage together.
Make a charisma check.
It's only a 6.
It doesn't count as your turn, but if you pass, I would let her be like slightly shocked by it, and maybe an opening for an attack.
All right. With that said, I go ahead and swing. Oh my god!
Hey, take a hero coin.
Yeah, I do want my hero.
You're distracted.
Do we think it's worth it? I suppose I'm at risk otherwise. What do you think?
Yeah, take my hero coin.
All right, take it and success.
Yes.
All right, and that will be an 8 total.
All right. She is crunched in the gut with your warhammer, and her air escapes her lungs with a as the wind is knocked out of her. She stands her ground. Murray.
Okay, all right. Since the vines were only semi-successful, I'm gonna try to build a wood prison to keep the bear from attacking.
Okay. I'm going to say it takes 1 heart of effort to create it because it's a pretty large cage that you need to build. But
Okay,
with your wood
so
shaper, you'll roll magic effort.
Okay, all right. Yeah, let's try that.
Yep.
That's 18, yeah, and it's gonna be. That's at 12.
That's enough.
Nice.
It's
Nice.
enough.
Yeah,
It starts clawing
nice
at the
little
cages,
prison.
biting on the bars. Sten.
Dan is feeling less chicken with a Banshee no longer across the river, so he's going to go back and switch again to his catch pull, attempting to grapple the archer.
Sweet. Yep.
With a 22 calculated.
Do you want to have her grappled
Nice.
or damaged? Because she's only got 1 HP left.
I'd like to grapple her and suggest that she's lost this fight and she should be willing to
Stand it.
calm down and have a chat with us and potentially call off that bear if she has any ability to do so.
Charisma check.
Oh no. It's a flat
Hey.
15.
Yeah.
She rests her hand. The knife falls out. She raises them. I can do nothing for the bear. It seems it's well contained for now. It was
Good job.
Ermit's pet. She points to one of the corpses on the ground. And at this point, I think we can kind of go into open order, as she's kind of given up. The bear is in the cage. It's biting, but I'm just going to say for the time being, it's contained.
Why did you attack
that-
us?
You're elves, and you're dwarves. Neither of you have been kind in our lands.
Well, yes. And you're a human, right?
I'm a
That doesn't mean
hillfolk.
anything. Hillfolk, see, that doesn't mean anything. I'm not much liked by dwarves either. So what's the
Nor
problem?
I elves.
Well, nor I elves.
You come into
Is there
our lands to defile it. I'm certain of it. Our elders have spoken of such things. To steal us away in the night. She looked at the elf.
We have
Stan wants
defiled
to take a
stolen nothing. Sorry, Stan.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. He just wants to take and quickly assess the state of the downed enemies. Are their bodies obliterated, or are they healable, bring backable?
Oh, they're dead, but that is it. They are dead.
They're dead. It's been too long. They're crunched. Okay.
But
Um,
not glowy magic. I'm gonna come back as a
Fortunately
banshee
for
dead.
you, no. My rolls did not allow more than one to be summoned today.
All right.
So Sten's gonna mention that banshee and to the archer. He's gonna say like, you saw that spirit come out of your accomplice. There's something amiss in your lands, and that's why we're here.
Something amiss is
We'd
caused
like
by
to help.
you outsiders. Our lands have become tainted from the south, and the infection spreads.
Well, where
Not
does it
us.
come from?
Out of the Deadlands, which was caused by humans. She spits.
Yeah, so there's no humans here.
You outsiders always try to take our lands. You will not convince me otherwise.
I don't want to take your lands. Maybe some fungi, maybe some bark for a nice little soup, but nothing more.
She grunts. Doubting you.
I'm gonna offer some chewing bark. Here, take some.
Charisma check.
That's gonna go well. Oh, it's gonna go well.
Did
Hey.
go well.
15.
She looks down at the chewing bark. She looks up at you. She does it again and takes a small handful. As it enters her mouth, you see the edges of her mouth in a slight smile. But she doesn't look like she wants to reveal more than that.
It's nice, isn't it?
She doesn't comment, but you can see the smile growing slightly.
Yeah.
We
Gonna
are
have some
here
too.
to help. We are here to help heal this land. Is there anything that you know that could help us in our actual mission? We're not here to do the land or your people any harm, but to help as adventurers.
The land will be healed soon, once the ritual is finished.
How so?
She looks up in the direction, through the pouring rain, towards the spot where the lightning is striking.
What kind of ritual?
Roloff has the druids starting the ritual to cleanse the land.
Oh, you mean with the storm and the thunder and everything?
Yes.
It's not very
It's
cleansing,
very
that's very
healing.
unnatural.
Yes.
He says it will bring peace to our lands and give us power. We need it to fight outsiders like you.
Well, that worked well, didn't it?
We are only those sent to guard. There are more on the hill. We cannot hope to beat them.
And yet Roloff
He
would
is-
have your people fight each other, diminish each other.
Our people need to follow our way. It is the only way to survive among outsiders.
Your way did not help your compatriots.
They died with honor.
I'm sure they did.
Roloff either lies or he is sadly mistaken. What he is doing will not heal your land or unite your people in peace.
Even if you can convince me, what hope have you to convince him or any of the others who have joined him?
We can
Well-
but try.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, Artis. Something about try?
We can but try.
We could use your help.
Roloff is at the Bear Village. He's called a gathering of the clans.
Do you know what's very nice about rain? It's only water, right?
She nods.
Little droplets. But droplet per droplet and you have a flood.
Yes, and like a flood, the bear shall wash over the other clans, converting them to our way, and we will strike the outsiders.
I'm not so sure about that. So Roloff
Ken
is
thinks we
on
should
the
get a-
hill, right? Sorry.
Roloff is not on the hill. He is in the village, gathering the clans.
Is it?
Only the druids
Okay,
are
okay,
on the
okay.
hill.
Okay,
They will
okay.
return once they are finished, and his great conquest will begin.
Mm-hmm.
Dan's thinking we should get a move on. Should we bind her and take her with, or bind her and leave her here?
The
I
elk
like her. I'd say take
woodcutters
with her.
suggest that they can keep watch of her.
But that would mean they wouldn't come with us.
I think any information that they could give us has already been given.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's let's tie her up, leave her here unwatched. She'll eventually get out of the ties, but by then it won't matter. And we should continue on our way.
Even starts tying her up if I'm able. Will she allow us to tie her up? She's currently free, right?
She accepts
No,
it.
she's grappled right now.
She's grappled.
Yeah, Stan has
So
her grappled,
as I'm
so
tying her up.
she's not being resistant, though, to you tying her.
So I'll tie her up and I'll say perhaps we can get to know each other later. I'm still smitten.
She gives you an eye and raises a brow, but nothing else comes out of her.
Alright, she's tied up.
I'm gonna remind her, don't forget that we left you alive and you saw that banshee emerge.
Oh, I could hardly forget how you left me alive. She grins.
I'll leave her some extra chewing bark.
I will be back to take the rest from your corpse.
Gladly.
She's bound. You place her on the ground, you know, kind of bound her around the trunk of the tree so it's even harder for her to get out. But eventually you imagine she'll be able to wiggle her way free. And I'm assuming at this point you guys want to head for the hill, or do you want to go to Bear Village?
I would suggest the hill to stop the ritual.
Yeah. Well, let's see what the druid's up to.
Yeah, hill sounds good.
All right.
Is everyone healthy?
Very.
Yes.
That mass healing did quite a lot.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
it did.
As you guys come up towards the hill, you see that there is some sort of altar built on, and let me use this to kind of describe what's going on. So there's this stairwell here, and that would coalesce with this stairwell here, with the altar in the center and the pillars behind it. And up here, there are several druids. There are 5 of them. Among them, there are also some Bear Clan warriors. And let's roll a little initiative. The rain and the wind here, I should also note, is very strong. And that's why the target is high.
Mm-hmm.
As it's pelting
God.
down on you, wetting bowstrings and making weapons slippery. And we'll open up with Sten. At this point, because of your positioning, they're kind of up higher. You have to imagine this is like kind of a sharp angle. So until you're at this position, they can't really see you. So while you're down here, you're unaware, or they're unaware of you, I should say. But you also don't have a really ideal shot at them. It would be a hard shot to shoot from below up at them. And Sten, you're first.
Okay, Sten suggests to the group that there is no time for stealth, and he aims to split their group up. If he can get the fighters away from the druids, then someone else can interrupt the ritual, hopefully. So he is going to move far and purposely make himself known to those fighters on this side of the path, if possible. I don't know if that's too far.
Yeah, so you can make it to about here with a far move. Maybe like here, if you really want to go as far as
Okay,
possible.
yeah, he'll be on this side of the path then, but a little further back, just so that if the fighters do come to him, then there's a way past for everyone else, hopefully, or for someone else.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. You run far up the way. The warriors immediately take notice of you, a dwarf interrupting their ritual, and the one in the center points at you as they ready their weapons. Artists.
So is the ritual just around a stone altar?
It is indeed.
There's no like, wooden effigy or...
Nope, there is not. It seems like there's an altar, and they're standing pretty close. It looks like there's something on the altar that they're interacting with, but you can't really make out what it is because of how tightly they're standing in a circle.
Then artist will... if I move to... Is that a near move if I move to there?
Yeah.
And would I have a shot on the one on the right?
Yeah, that's when you do.
And I will scream loudly to try and draw their attention, and then take a shot.
Okay.
So that's a 15.
That hits.
And then because of quick draw, I'll get a second shot as well.
Yep.
But the first shot is 7.
Okay.
And the second shot is an 8, misses.
Okay. The first shot lands into his fur armor, and he grunts and growls. Elin.
Elin moves to join the others. Am I able to take an action as well? Or is that...
From where you were, yes. That was only near. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So, can I try to throw a dagger at the same one who was just hit?
Sure, but it's a far throw, so it's hard.
See how it goes. +2, so 16.
Not quite. The dagger goes flying and rattles off the stone behind him. Murray.
Okay, can I find some kind of stick around there?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna move as far as I can.
Yeah, you can get
Maybe.
right up next to Sten on either side.
All right, yeah. So I'm just gonna take that stick and gonna run towards Sten.
These guys follow up behind you. Kind of staying close enough to strike. Our bear boys are going to move forward. So they're going to get here. And then we'll go like this. 1, 2, and 3. The druids continue their ritual, and you see lightning reach out from the thing. Everybody make a dex check.
Oh, thank God.
Oh no.
Failing dex check is Sten's specialty. Oh,
Not today.
it's the first one he passed in a
Well,
long
there's
time.
another dwarf in the party now, so
Yeah, thank you for taking that for me.
yes, 3.
The lightning crashes down around you.
Oh no. I'm conducive.
Those who failed take 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And, let's do it for these guys too. I'll just roll 1. Let's see if any of them fail. No, they're good this turn. And we'll come back around to the top of the order with Sten.
I'm gonna yell out to artists and the runners that they have to focus on the druids, stop the ritual, and then for my action, I'm gonna scramble with these 2 that are engaged with me, kind of move to the other side to try to draw them away from the path for others to head for the druids, and swing my mace at the closer one.
He catches your
With
mace in
a
his hand
8
axe
misses.
and pulls it away. Artis.
So I'd like to move there.
Okay.
And then the druids, I know in the picture they're wearing hoods and stuff. Are they wearing like fabric cloaks?
Yeah, they are.
I would like to try and shoot one with an incendiary arrow and set them on fire to distract them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one of these two in the front, but go ahead and roll your attack.
Yep. There'd be 16.
That hits.
Nice.
And then should I roll effort as well, or?
Yep.
7.
All right. So this guy here, I'm gonna mark as F for he's on fire.
And because it was a 15, I get a second shot.
Yeah, you do.
So I'd like to, if I can, try and shoot the other one and set them on fire as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's because it's a
Nice.
crossbow. It's a crit. So I'll.
Oh, nice.
So it's. That's
No.
pretty much one. So 7 plus 10.
Oh, he's KO'd as you land.
Oh, and his corpse is on fire.
His corpse is on fire, smoldering there.
Yeah.
Nice turn.
All right, take a hero coin
Very
for
good.
that sweet move, and Elin.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Elin goes shoulder to shoulder with Sten and swings at these warriors. Nice.
Ooh.
Narca Mastery, don't forget.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, so I don't freak out.
First natural 20 this evening, right?
Yeah, from you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I was
DM's
going to say
had a
first from
few.
the players, not from the DM.
I think I rolled like
Yeah.
3 already.
Yes. Okay, so I swing. So, does that mean I
Ultimate
haven't
and
actually
weapon.
done this very often? Alt, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, ultimate. So I'll do ultimate,
Oh yeah.
weapon, 5, and then it's plus 4, so 9 and 9, 18.
Yeah, this guy
Whee.
has his skull crunch in. And we get to Murray.
Yeah, so who of us is going to go for the druids and who's going to do those bear circus in... Is it okay if I go for the druids as well?
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Okay. Because I want to try something cool. I want to move up to them as far as I can. How far can I go?
Yep, you're pretty much good there. Maybe slightly more
Yeah?
into the middle of that room if you want, if you're dashing.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
I'm
still
dashing.
gonna do an action, right? Oh, no action.
If I move that, can I do an action, or is that...
No, that is beyond near. So you're here. You'd be able to move like halfway up the stairs within here.
But they won't engage because they have to finish the ritual anyway, right?
As far as you know, yeah.
Yeah. Let's try. Let's do it like that. Yeah.
Okay, you dash up into the middle of this altar space, and yeah, that's that. So we'll have the bear warriors act first. The one who watches his friend's skull get crunched by Ellen steps towards Sten, and he's gonna make an attack. Ooh, that's gonna hit actually. Even with the 20. Ooh. Alright, he does 8 damage. And
Yeah,
as he
nice
swings,
rolling.
you see him, his blood, like, expands from his body. Like, the veins pop in his arms. Ooh, he takes 4 damage, and he swings again.
Oh,
my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Oh man.
Oh.
The hand
do we
axe
have a
comes-
hero? Do we have like? Can we make you re-roll dice if we
I don't
spend
do
a
that
hero
with
coin?
hero coins, no.
Okay,
Hero coins
okay,
are specifically for you guys. Ooh, for 6 more damage.
That puts me to -4, which is 0 and down.
The other one follows suit, doing the same to Artis. Let's see. That'll hit
Yeah.
for 6. And then he will do the same thing.
Okay.
He will also lose 4 HP. And he will hit again. Oh my goodness. For 3.
Oh. Oh, I'm down as well.
You're down. No.
Yeah.
The shaman
So everyone,
down here.
sorry to
Starting
interrupt. Just everyone in the group would know that I've got a healing kit, a first aid kit. I definitely talk about it plenty. If I'm ever down, you can use it on me, kind of thing.
first aid or
Mhm.
healer's
Mhm.
kit. There's a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that one
I
that
have.
gets used up and gives you one hit
Okay,
point, and
you have first aid kit then. Perfect.
yeah.
These group of spear guys are going to go for the one closer to Artis. They're going to kind of attack as a group. See what they can do. Their spears poke like porcupine quills from behind their hide bucklers, but nothing lands on the bear warrior as he deflects each one that comes at him. The druid, who is a fire, is going to try and put himself out. Stop dropping and rolling, but he fails, so he takes 2 damage from the flames, and he is still on fire. The others continue the ritual, and I need everyone to make a dex check, except for those who are down.
Oh no. 8.
You take 4 damage from pulsating lightning shocks landing sporadically
Oh.
around you. Let's see if any
Okay.
So many max rolls.
of the woodrunners avoid the lightning perfectly, without missing a beat. And you guys have a break momentarily. And we come back to the top of the order with Sten. Let's see the 20.
Oh.
Ooh, so close.
Close.
Dying timer? Ooh.
There's a 1, and I actually have a missive mark of longevity on me,
Okay, so it gets
which
split.
adds a 1 to dying rolls. Yeah.
Sweet. So you have 2. I'll do this for you. Oops. 2. Go.
Thank you.
And we come to Artis now. Let's see the 20. Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
We're going to subtract 1 from your
No.
dying timer.
Oh no.
it's not a 1 then.
Please, not a 1.
Oh,
Not 1. It's not a 1. All right. Elin. What is the move here? Things just got spooky.
Yeah, they did. I'm not feeling good about it. Elin has a healer's case, and he's going to use it on Sten.
Okay. So that's a whiz or int check.
Nice.
He gets
It's a
1 HP.
16 total. You're back, my friend.
Nicely done.
And we come to Murray now.
I'm conflicted. Wait. Should I? I'm not sure. Should I heal you, Artis, or maybe try to stabilize you in a way?
If you don't, Sten is the only other one who has a chance to heal him.
Yeah. I think I'm going to run back.
He only has 1 round, so he's it's either
Yeah,
now or never.
I'm going to run back, and I'm trying to stabilize him.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that's a 9.
Do we have any hero coins out there?
oh yeah, take my hero coin.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna add a 12 to it.
Okay, sweet. So you just need 5 on the dice? Yeah, because you got a 9.
Yeah, let's see. 9.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Good work,
Yes.
guys.
For turning away from the druids and going back to rescue your friend. Oh, he's just stabilized, actually. Take a hero coin,
Yeah.
Murray.
Thank you.
So, Artis, you have 0 HP, but you can make a con check on your turn to recover hit points. But for now, you are unconscious. But you're just not dying. Let's go with the bear warriors first, since that's how I did it last time. They see Elin rush over to Sten, and he's going to step forward, blade bared, and swing once. second strike, which will also miss. The other warrior is going to strike out at one of these woodrunners. He's going to miss. He's going to sack some HP. And he's going to swing again. He's going to hit. And one of these guys gets a blade through the gut.
Oh no.
Ooh.
And then these go down. My guy up here is going to try and put himself out. If he doesn't, he dies. He succeeds. He goes back to his ritual. Oops, can we get rid of that? There we go. And then we've got our warriors down here. They're going to continue trying to spear this Bear Clan warrior on the left. Ooh, nice. For 6. Okay. He is feeling it, Mr. Krabs. And we are to the top of the order, Sten again.
Sten. Is he on mute?
Yeah, I think he is on mute.
I can't hear him.
Oh man, everything I just said was like really poetic and inspirational, guys.
I can
So
tell by
he's
the
gonna
way the
move.
token moves.
Yeah, he's gonna move so that he's between the remaining Bear Clan warriors, and he's gonna plead with the Elk Clan runners, with Murray and maybe Artis can hear this when he's up, and we've got to stop that ritual. Leave these fighters to us. Go for the ritual, and then Sten is gonna attempt a mass heal.
Okay.
Healing Nova from the Amber Beads. Wisdom check, can't roll a 1.
Mhm.
And he doesn't.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's 7 healing to anyone who needs it.
Ooh.
This guy gets back up.
Thank you.
Excellent. Good to have you back.
And Artis, you're up now, fully awakened.
I will carry on walking forward to here. Take a shot at the druid that was on fire
Sure.
and miss.
Unfortunate miss. Alright, Elin.
Yeah.
Elin swings at the warrior right in front of him.
Nice.
3 plus 4 is 7.
Alright. He is also feeling it, Mr. Krabs. And that brings us to Murray.
Okay. Can I move up to here and still take an action?
Yep.
Okay. What I want to do is, I have this stick in my hand, and I want to use Wood Shaper to transform it into a 10-foot pole and hit the guy in the head. It's like enlarging it while I run and kind of zoop into his head.
Okay. You're kind of like trying to push him, or you're trying to like thwomp him with it?
I'm trying to cast Wood Shaper on the stick so that as it grows, it's gonna grow into the direction of his head.
Yeah. So
And with the
trying to...
momentum, I want to push him and maybe the other guy behind him as well.
Okay. Sure. Make a wisdom check.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 14, yes.
Alright, do basic effort.
Alright. That's 3.
The first guy, the staff that you grow, bonks him squarely in the temple, and he crumples to the ground. And he falls into the other one, who staggers backwards, but keeps his composure.
Alright.
Nice result.
At this point, the main druid looks to the other two and says, "Go! I will finish it. Take care of these worms. The Bear Clan guys down here, the first one sees Sten run to the center and heal everyone, and he draws his axe again, going to plummet it between Sten's shoulder blades if he can. Ooh, that will not hit. And he can't afford to sack, so he's going to sack. He'll attack again. That will hit. The heft of the axe blade comes down between Sten's shoulder blades for 5 damage. The other one...
That hurts, but Sten's still on his feet.
The other one goes for one of the elk warriors, but misses. The elk warriors are going to stab and move near, shifting their way up the pedestal. They will not hit as they stab, though. And our druids, they are going to do something that Murray has been doing, and grow a wall of vines in front of them. So the first one on the left here is going to attempt. He fails, so the second one will try and do the same. And he succeeds. Consider that there is a wall of vines now between you. I think I have something that I can use as this. Yeah, here we go. It makes it impossible to shoot through. And there we go. These tick down, and I think that's it for me. We're to Sten now.
Unmute again.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry.
Does Elin have any ranged attacks, or just the big old warhammer is his only weapon visible?
The only range was the one dagger that I tossed and have not yet retrieved.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna stay in this in-between position, hoping to keep these guys busy. He'll swing his mace at the one that hit him in the shoulders.
Okay.
Strength +2.
That hits.
14.
He has very little left.
Weapon +2 is 3.
That is literally just enough to bring him out.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Artis.
I will shoot at the wall of vines with my last incendiary arrow to try and burn it.
I like it.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Why don't we do... Because the arrow wouldn't really do damage. It's just the flames. So do D4 for the flames.
Yep.
Alright. And I'll use this to track this. And we come to Elin now.
Is there a bear warrior left, by the way?
There is, yes, right here.
There is.
'Cause I'd still get a second shot, so if
yeah.
I can't get through the wall of thorns, could I turn around and try and shoot that
Sure.
bear warrior? Uh, 15.
Exactly, nice.
So 5.
He is still standing.
Okay.
Now we have Elin.
Alright. Ian rushes up with his warhammer. Swings. It's only a 13.
The warhammer glides over his head, missing Murray.
Okay, can I So they've cast some wild growth there. Could I use my wild growth to move the thorns, the burning thorns, into that direction?
Like towards the druids?
Yes. So they catch on fire.
Ah, okay. Yeah, let's do it. It'll be hard though since it's their magic. Like the vines are already infused with their magic, so you have to like kind of conquer
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I like
Okay.
the idea. It's a very cool idea.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. Wisdom, which is 19 plus 3, so
Nice.
22.
Yeah, that's sweet. If you don't have a hero coin, take one. And
I have a hero coin. I would have used it if it didn't work, but yeah. So I want to move it into that direction for them to catch on fire and to maybe push them, like bit by bit, push them down the ledge.
yeah, I'm gonna say what essentially happens is this vine growth is doubly thick essentially because that's what I assume you're doing. You're kind of vine growthing it towards them though, and the flames are like they're pressed up against flames now.
Yeah. Good.
So on my turn now, the Bear Clan guy, he is going to swing at Sten. And he's going to miss. Alright, if he rolls a 4, he kills himself with Berserker. He does not. But he still misses. Alright, then we've got our elk guys. They're going to come forward. They look at Murray. Should we break it? They have small hand axes at their belts.
No, but keep something ready for when the path is clear so you can throw something at them. I'm trying to push them over if I can.
Alright. The flames burn a bit. Artist, can you do a d4 for the flames?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
The first row of the vines that is created is burning away. The second row is still there. It's getting more and more engulfed in flames at this point, though. The druids, unfortunately, though, have completed what they were aiming to do. Murray and Artist, since you are standing closest, each of you give me a wisdom check. Let's see if you can see what's going on between the vines. Nice.
Dirty 20.
30.
Murray, as you look through the vines, you see on the altar there is a black orb. And the orb is projecting an image. It is the image of a horn. It looks to be quite valuable. It's gilded with gold and strange markings. It lasts for a few seconds, the image holds. And then imagine like you're zooming out on Google Maps. And the horn is the location that you're zooming out from. And it seems like wherever it is in the south of Nemedia, close to the Deadlands. The main druid looks at his two companions. We've gathered what we need to do, and he sweeps the dark orb off of the pedestal. And as the ritual is completed, you see, Murray, some glowing red words. And Artis, if he describes it to you, you would recognize this as missive. He puts it into his cloak, and let's see what he does. And let's see what the other two do. Thank God for backups. The other one creates a doorway in just beyond the cliff edge. And one steps through, and 2 steps through, and 3 steps through, and it will remain open for 1 round. The rain.
All those nat 20s, you're gonna become a double master.
I know. I probably have exceeded 2 masteries with my 20s. It's kind of ridiculous. As the ritual is completed, you see the clouds are beginning to break. The rain is slowing down. And we're back to Sten.
I'm not sure what to make of the completed ritual, but I think the guy in front of me is about all I can tackle on this turn, so I'll just swing at him
Sweet.
with a mace. That's 8
Despite
misses.
being bloodied beyond all hell, he still manages to deflect your attack. Artis.
So there's no way through the burning thorns.
At the start of your turn, you can burn them, actually. Roll a d4.
Oh yeah. 3.
So the first layer is pretty much completely burned away. The second layer is pretty engulfed. You can attempt to jump through, but you will set yourself on fire, and you'll break the rest of the way through, essentially.
I will do that.
Okay, so you burst through the thing, and you come to the far side where you see the doorway still open.
Yeah.
You take 4 damage from the flames.
Okay.
And as you're looking ahead at this doorway, you see it's the outskirts of a village. It looks similar to the Elk, but adorned with different types of buildings.
Okay. I'll scream out back at the bear village, and I can see the village. Is there any? Is it like the center of the village? Is it the outskirts of the village?
Outskirts.
I'm gonna scream. I know this is stupid, and dive through the doorway.
Excellent, I love it. Take a hero coin.
Thanks.
Hold. Elon.
Geronimo!
So, Elon would have, from his vantage point, would I have seen artists basically run through fire and then jump in a portal?
You probably wouldn't see him jump through the portal because the flames would be like built up pretty high there, but you definitely see him jump through fire. Absolutely.
Okay. Honestly, I'd like to try to push past the warrior and try to rush to where I see artists jumping through flames.
Okay, you run up to the top with a dash, and right before the flames, you see the doorway that was created by the druids, and Artis is jumping through it just as you reach the top of the stairs.
And I yell that to everybody so that we're all aware that happened.
All right, Murray.
Yeah. Can I dismiss the thorns so that we can pass through without?
Yeah, if you do a wisdom check, you can dismiss them. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, why fail me now? 10.
There is still the hole that Artis made, so you could jump through if you wanted to.
You want to take
we...
my hero coin?
I could, yeah. Okay, just out of game for a second. Shall we try to jump through the portal for those of us who can reach it in time, or shall we?
Yeah, that's the thing. After your turn, Murray, the doorway's gonna close. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be you and Artis on one side and Elin and Sten on the other if you decide to jump through.
Should we do that? I'm gonna roll a skull dice, and if
love it.
I roll if I
coin.
roll a skull, then I'm gonna see you on the other side, elf and dwarf. Farewell. And I'm gonna jump through.
All right.
Holy cow.
You guys jump through the doorway. Murray is like leading through just as the doorway like forms a vertical line as it closes, and it winks out of existence. The last of the Bear Clan looks at Sten and kind of looks at his 2 weapons. He's bleeding pretty good, and gives you a look. Another day.
Yeah, I'm down with him stopping the fight.
He nods. We meet again in another battle. And he will begin running away. At this point, it is open. I'm gonna have to cut our session pretty much here, though. But I think this is a really cool place to end. Artis and Murray, what is gonna happen for you two is I'm gonna have a special task for you that will
Okay.
essentially help out. Elin and Sten, you guys can also choose to go to the Bear Clan, but you will be delayed because you have to walk there while they've been transported. Or you can choose to return to the keep and let the others know of what has transpired here.
All right, so Evelyn's going to come over and talk this through with Sten. Sten, what do you think? Should we report back to the keep, or should we go to the Bear Village to join, possibly rescue Artis and Murray?
Yeah, Sten is
Whichever balls
100% in the no man left behind camp. So he thinks we should head to the Bear Clan village to meet up, and if we go to the keep, we're going together.
Okay, sweet.
So yeah, with that conversation about leaving no man, Elin slaps his hand, his arm around the shoulders of Stan and said, "Well, then we go to the Bear Village."
All right. So I'm going to set up a task tomorrow, probably, or maybe right now. I'll set it up. And Artis and Murray, you guys will have one day ahead of the others, so you guys will not be able to participate in it the first roll. But then after that, you guys can all work together through the task to glean some more information and complete your mission here. Because I think this is like the perfect place to end, because I've only got about 30 minutes left to play for the night. And I don't really want to go into the whole thing there, but I would like to say it was my first time with all of you, and you guys were an absolute pleasure. It was great to have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Thank
was
you
a
as
lot
well.
of fun.
No, thank you.
No,
This
it's
was
really
great.
good.
And I think specific thanks to Sten for reviving me twice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, then with the healing. Oh man, I'm
Yeah,